Hi and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxanne once again. Thank you all for tuning in. Just a little heads up, a week from today is the send in your question Q&A, so go ahead and send some questions in if you choose. You can just put them in the remarks section or email me. Remarks section on this video, or actually any of them, I always check them all, or rswainhart@gmail.com, and we'll get them into the Q&A. How exciting. Thank you all once again for tuning in, and enjoy the ride. Enjoy your ride. Please keep hands. You know. Enjoy. Okay, here we go. Yes. And greetings once again to the collective. This is Ocyphius. We bid you a good day. Through the evolution of Roxanne, you've seen many ideas of entities come through, many ideas of different vibrations represented through the idea of Roxy. All leading back to where we're all going, truly, down here in this idea of forgetful land, to remember the self. And with her own idea of validation, her own trust and courage in herself, she is now channeled and will channel now our new guest, that of Roxanne. Still a little edgy for you there, Roxy, I know. Greetings, all. So it's a little bit like this. It's a little bit Sylvester, a little bit of Buford, a little bit of Ocyphius, a little bit of Bashor, thank you, that kind of idea. So Roxy has an experience in her, guys. Roxy experienced herself through her own evolution to become me. I am Roxanne. Now, how do you explain that in the idea of human terms? That becomes difficult in some manners because we like logical explanations of things, and just like many things throughout the universe, we can't even tell you about them because you have no reference points of understanding. So, not a big deal. However, in this idea, we can explain some ideas. I'm an expression. I'm an expression that is Roxanne. I'm the one behind it, the higher self, if you want to call it that. Sylvester led Roxy to Roxanne. Permission. Because can Roxanne just channel without Sylvester? Can Roxanne channel fully the wisdom, the understanding, the clarity, the evolution of humanity without Sylvester, without Ocyphius, without David, without Buford, without all the ideas that she's brought through in connections of vibrations to bring that into her reality and express it through her interpretation of that idea of vibration? And that was the big idea. So now Roxy is just Roxy. But Roxy is still a portion of Roxy as Roxy looking at Roxy from this angle. But now Roxy is Roxanne. So I'm right here. And now she just felt that and felt weird because she's talking as her for the first time. See, she talks to me in the mind and we have our two-way conversations, but from going from looking at this Roxy to Roxanne to becoming it is an idea. It's an idea that's a step. And it's the simplicity of that, the beauty of that, let's say, called her to that. To allow herself to say, hey, I'm channeling, which she is. Are there portions of Roxanne still left in me in the idea of Roxy? Yes, of course. Does Roxy have veils upon her? Yes, of course. And that idea, when she becomes full understanding of herself, the representation, of course, will be a different vibration. There is still a blending of the two in this idea, the Roxy and the Roxanne. So, how does it change? Experience, understanding, familiarity with that idea. Just like anything you do. You get familiar with doing a craft. You become a master at it. You become exceptional at it. Getting familiar, thank you, with a new job. Nervous at first, understanding, learn your way around, get to know the place. It becomes your reality because it is. And then you're comfortable. So Roxy plays in the field of I am Roxanne. And now she gets, once again, but she claimed it. She just got another great vibration in her to say that I am whole. However, see, she's in conflict right now because she doesn't see it all. She doesn't remember it all. And that's the patience of the discipline it takes to not expect all. To know what you need in the now is evolution. Just like dying, it's an experience. It in and of itself is life. This is an experience, how she's going from Roxy to Roxanne. That in-between movement between the two identities to become one identity is experience. And we've been hammering that home to stay out of the idea of theory. Because theory doesn't do too much for you. Okay? It does logically. Oh yeah, you can play in that fucking dirty diaper all you want. Sit there in theory land and throw out all these ideas, but you're still sitting in this idea of a pool of a vibration. That vibration is filled with lack. It's filled with non-movement, paralyzed, because you can't act. And experience is that idea. It's the currency. It's what brings your vortex into an idea blending of all of yourselves in the now of reflections so you can feel yourself again. Time, an asset, an ally, allows you to theory. But when it becomes a crutch, when it becomes the standard, causing non-movement, then how can anything change? You can think about it all your life. But when you act on it and find out firsthand what it is to act upon the fear, to allow yourself to say no, to walk away from a toxic idea environment, to allow no feeding of fear into your logical and intuition mind, to negate all others over the self-preservation of the beauty that you have birthed yourself into in this now. And that, in and of itself, is experience. And then you get to start to feel the Godship in you once again, uncovering this blanket that was tendrilled as an idea of dimming your reality, and this idea blinder and letting go of that. And the only thing that shines through is more of you. And then you can be that. And expectations Roxy has. I'm supposed to be some kind of God. Oops. She is a God. And that's the trick. There's no some kind of God. There is your kind of God. Your individual way. And that's what Roxy's discovering. Much like her channeling, going from the channeler she was to the channeler she is was the journey. And she'll never be the channel at the beginning because she can't go back to that self. She can't unremember. But of course she can't regret it because that channeler created this channeler, created this channeler, created this channeler, created this. And in the same fashion, she's this idea expressing what she feels it is with no idea of thought and time, thwarting her own vibration of fluidity right now to see what it is to be God. Feel it. Of course, her tendrilled mind goes, it's supposed to be something else. Maybe it's supposed to be bigger with this. Maybe you can magic some stuff. But those are all candy. We want them. And you've had them forever. So that's not, the appetite truly isn't there for that. That's proving. Proving that you can do stuff that are magic. When you fall in love with yourself, and you remember whom you are, and you act as, even if it's pretending, to the best of your ability, being a full-blown God right here on earth, the only thing that can happen is that vibration, that pretending, only solidifies that inside of you in remembrance. And that remembrance becomes reality. So if you want to be yourself, and you know you own your universe, and you know you are an individual singularity of all that is, and you have no fears no longer. Sure, they pop up here and there, but you truly don't have them. Then be this idea. And in that, sit in that new reality of self. Become familiar with the self that you are. And then guess what happens? Remembrance, familiarity, relationship to the reality that changes because you are the constant of change. The only thing that suppresses you is you, and validating the things of suppression. Simple. So free yourself. Walk as a God. Not trying to be a God. Not holding yourself hostage to expectations of what others believe God is supposed to be. Because now you see the beauty of God is self-imposed and self-expressed. So understand that. It's all as you choose. You claim whatever it is. You claim out of fear, so be it. It's your journey. You claim out of pride, so be it. It's your journey. You claim out of your own love, so be it. It's your journey. And when you really understand the scope of reality, that it is only one thing, your individual singularity bubble of creation in all nows, forever, then that will give you freedoms to act upon a joyous now, to allow the self of remembrance to vibrate into the conscious mind where denial is impossible of what you truly are. Play the game with me. Become your Roxanne and watch yourself flourish beyond expectation. Take no account to the attentions of the ideas of others, for they are distractions in your world. Whatever comes in your world, is that there for relevance? Doesn't mean it's important. It's just an idea. You're optioning all the relevant realities within you. The issue is if there's something irrelevant. That's a construct of judgment. Embrace it, love it, and move the fuck on. But everything there is a choosing for you, and all paths are perfect. So find your path of self-love. Become the I am that you already are. Claim the Roxanne. Roxanne is not sly. Roxanne is not Ocyphius. Roxanne is not fire. Roxanne is not Buford. Roxanne is Roxanne. And that's who she is now. You now do the same. And your world will change. Not in expectations. Not in scoped realities of probable happiness. In pure bliss of the now. Free yourself from time. Intention. Attention. And all the other things we forementioned in our channelings, and become what you have already always known you have been. That calling inside, that tug that pulls you closer and home at every now. And now you're bathing in it. So we say rock it, and have a great time as an awoken God upon this plane. This is Roxanne. We love you guys. See you in the next now. Bye. Hi. Okay, that was fucking awesome. Okay. I'm just gonna laugh for a few more minutes, I think. So I think we can cut it off now. I'll see you Friday. I love you guys. Bye.